Hello everyone, this is another version of a CDC Caddisfly. It's a really good dry fly, it's lively and it floats well. Back when I was hiking in Lapland, there was a couple moments when the fish would reject any other dry fly, but the CDC Caddisfly shined through really well. So here's how it goes. This is a TMC 100 size 14 hook. I'm using a tan-colored tying line, I think 12-0. To make the body, we first attach two CDC feathers, secure it with a couple rounds, pull through, trap the fibers in, like so, and just roll the CDC feathers to make a body. And tie it off. Snip off the excess material, and you should maybe trim some of the fibers that were not trapped on the body. When using CDC dry flies, you don't necessarily even need a separate floatant. Sometimes it feels like just a drying powder is all you need. When they get wet, you can really fast just with silicone powder you can dry them off. The wings are a little bit darker. These are natural colored CDC feathers. If you want to be sure that it floats really well, you can use 4 feathers to make the wings, but here's only 2. Secure the wings. They can be slightly upright. They don't have to be perpendicular with the body. This angle should be good. Here I'm using turkey wings on top of the CDC. It's not at all necessary. Maybe it makes the wings or the body look a little bit more firm, but they are not absolutely necessary for this fly. I just personally think they look really good on top. Put the wings in place. Pull the tying thread between your fingers and pinch the wings a little bit, a couple turns more, and check that the wings are in place and snip off the waist ends. I'm using leftover Mallard to make horns for the caddisfly. They are also probably not necessary for a fishing fly, but they look good in my eye, so I like to use them. Pick 2 fibers, tie them on, and you can use a needle to separate them a little bit so they don't stick together that much. like so. And the final ingredient in the CDC Caddisfly here is more CDC. I'm using now both colors, the one I used for the body and the one I used for the wing. And I'm picking 2 or 3 feathers and align the stems like so. Use a clipper and snip off the stems so that the fibers get trapped in the clipper. Then if you have a thicker line, you can split it with a tying needle. It's the easiest way to dub the CDC, but 12-0 is in my mind kind of hard to split, so I make a dubbing loop and I use my whip finisher as a tool to spin the fibers like that. Works well enough in my mind. You can rotate and just spin it with your fingers a little bit more to make them a little bit more fuzzy. Now roll them on, stroke them back a little bit there and tie off the dubbing loop with a couple turns. Snip the loop off, and now we're ready to finish the fly. I'm making usually 2 knots, one on top of the thorax and another behind the hook eye below the caddisfly horns, like there. Be sure not to stuff the hook eye. It's a nasty thing to try to open the hook eye on the riverbank when it's dark and your fingers are cramping. So there. Some of the CDC fibers may be a little bit long, so you can just give them a haircut for a little bit. The fly looks really good down below in my eye. Looks very much like a caddisfly.